Hello, my name is Katie Thompson, and this is my strategic plan for 2019. It is a policy and program implementation at a local daycare facility in Seattle, Washington, to improve nutrition education for parents of preschool-aged children. So, where we are today. Over 30% of children and teens in the U.S. are overweight or obese, and preschool-aged children specifically have an obesity prevalence at almost 14%. In addition to physical diseases, obesity is linked to cognitive deficits beginning in early childhood and continuing across the lifespan. Overweight children are more likely to grow up to be obese and overweight adults. And obesity prevalence was at 18.9% among children in the lowest income group, but almost 20% among those in the middle class group. More resources for obesity prevention needs to be applied to children in early childhood and from middle class backgrounds. So here's some information on more of a local level. King County, Washington, which includes the city of Seattle, has nearly 22% of its youth are overweight or at risk of becoming overweight. A multitude of policies and programs exist for obesity prevention for kindergarten through 12th grade in the city of Seattle. However, most of these policies and programs are not required for daycare or preschool institutions. Additionally, programs relating to nutrition are often unavailable for centers whose parents have income above the 110% poverty line. KinderCare Learning Center is a for-profit accredited child care provider offering child education before kindergarten. Nationwide, they have over 1,375 centers and are located in a varying geographic locations. So KinderCare of Seattle is located in an urban setting in downtown Seattle, Washington, and offers Discovery preschool programs, and pre-kindergarten programs. They will serve approximately 60 children in this space. So in regards to KinderCare of Seattle, they offer their own food and child nutrition program that offers nutritious meals and snacks to meet the needs of rapidly growing bodies and minds of their students. They no longer serve juice, fried foods, or sugary snacks, and they have a dietitian-approved menu that includes kids' favorites made with healthier ingredients like whole grains, proteins to keep bellies full, plenty of fruits and vegetables, and low-fat, hormone-free milk. Below you can see a sample menu throughout the week, which offers a variety of nutritious options. Here you can see a screenshot of the child care licensing laws for nutrition specific to Washington. So what you see is a list of laws that a child care center must meet, and then the color box to the right indicates how the center is doing. So as you can see, in most areas, the majority of the child care centers are not meeting the evidence-based best practices. Now, KinderCare of Seattle is doing better than the average child care center, but they would receive a failed rating for the law that states facilitate nutrition education for children and families, since they are not doing so. A policy is needed that requires nutrition education for parents of preschool-aged children attending KinderCare of Seattle. First, there would be an element of nutrition education for parents to promote their child's health. And then second, there will be a monthly free lunch for the parents. And the goal is to improve parental nutrition knowledge and assist parents in being positive role models for their preschool-aged children, resulting in children who are more willing to try new and nutritious foods, helping promote lifelong healthy food behaviors and patterns. Why is this policy necessary, you might ask? Parents are the prime influencers on a preschool age child's diet. Additionally, parents play a key role in the development of child's dietary preferences and eating behaviors because they determine which foods are available and how children are fed during the non-daycare hours. Eating behaviors established early in childhood can persist into adolescence and adulthood. So parents need proper nutrition education in order to be positive role models and influence their child's food behaviors starting at the highly impressionable ages between 2 and 5 years old. Did you know parents who use food as rewards have children who demonstrate poor self-regulation of energy intake, which is associated with greater weight gain and childhood obesity. Research also indicates that encouraging or pressuring children to consume more fruits and vegetables is associated with lower fruit and vegetable intake and higher intakes of fat. And children have an innate ability to stop eating when they're full and should not be encouraged to clean their plates. So why should KinderCare of Seattle encourage a free shared lunch? Because eating behaviors evolve during the first few years of life. Children learn what, when, and how much to eat through direct experiences with food and by observing the eating behaviors of others. Parental feeding practices are potentially a good target for interventions to prevent unhealthy eating behaviors in overweight in children. Social modeling is an effective practice for promoting healthier diets in early childhood, and encouraging a parent to share a free or nutritious meal with their preschool age child is an ideal opportunity for a parent to be a positive role model and help influence their child's food behaviors. So what must be achieved? Despite the center's valiant effort to serve nutritious foods, no nutrition education is provided to the parents about the importance of proper nutrition and obesity prevention for their preschool age children. A new KinderCare of Seattle nutrition education program will work in unison with their own food and child nutrition program, utilizing resources from Team Nutrition, which is an initiative of the USDA Food and Nutrition Service that, among other services, provides support for child health programs, providing nutrition education for caregivers. Team Nutrition will provide KinderCare of Seattle monthly educational handouts on proper nutrition information for children 2 to 5 years old. The same information will be submitted electronically to parents' emails that are on file at the center. Parents will be encouraged to follow Team Nutrition on their social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter, and to use their free app for additional nutritional tips. KinderCare of Seattle will also provide nutrition education from Team Nutrition's resource library and on their own website, blog, and monthly newsletters. Additionally, the center will include handouts and emails that strongly encourage parents to join their children for a meal served at KinderCare of Seattle once a month. This will be an extension to their food and child nutrition program currently being offered. So how will it work? Team Nutrition delivers consistent nutrition messaging to children and their caregivers through multiple communication channels. Infographics, tip sheets, age-appropriate recipes, nutrition facts, their own app, and more are all available on the Team Nutrition website and free to download and share. The KinderCare of Seattle director will work with a Team Nutrition service member. Each month, Team Nutrition will send the director a new parenting educational message based on preschool-age children's nutritional well-being. The director will disseminate the monthly information on the KinderCare of Seattle's webpage, blog, Twitter, and Facebook. Additionally, the director will print out copies of the monthly information so parents will receive a hard copy as well. If parents have any follow-up questions about their child's nutrition, a representative from Team Nutrition will be available per their website to field any questions. Independent of nutrition education provided by Team Nutrition, KinderCare of Seattle will host a monthly parent-child lunch. The center chef will be aware of this monthly event in order to make the appropriate amount of food for the additional recipients. Before this lunch, parents will be reminded via email and handout sheets that they are the most important role model in their child's life and will be encouraged to try and eat the healthy foods presented to them by the daycare. So why KinderCare of Seattle should buy into these new programs? Well, as an accredited education and child care facility, KinderCare has an obligation to help children enroll in their school's readiness program and graduate healthy, both mentally and physically, and ready for kindergarten. KinderCare of Seattle will be a leader in the prevention of childhood obesity within the for-profit daycare space. This will make for an incredible market opportunity to be able to make such a claim. They will now comply with the Washington State's child care licensing laws, and sound nutrition education and practices can foster a healthy child-parent relationship, strengthening KinderCare of Seattle's overall school climate. Healthier children have less behavioral issues and absent less often, making for a more enriched learning environment. And some parents may seek out a center with ample, high quality food because they lack it at home, while other parents may seek out a provider who offers nutritious food because they prioritize nutrition. Either way, KinderCare of Seattle will attract more families with their nutritious meals and added element of nutrition education. Why it matters for other stakeholders. The parents will want similar outcomes as KinderCare of Seattle. Healthy, engaged children who are better prepared for kindergarten, better behaved children since parents will learn the importance of being a good role model and can assist in nutrition education, healthy eating at home. Good nutrition begins at home and should continue at school. To improve children's overall nutrition, parents need to be involved. KinderCare of Seattle can help, and it's at no additional cost to them. The preschool age child will have a more consistent message at home and at school on proper eating behaviors. Trying new foods and having parents as positive role models will lead to better health decisions and set a foundation for healthy eating for a lifetime. Overall, better support from parents in conjunction with healthier eating will help a child feel more secure and have better concentration and perform better in school. Overcoming perceived barriers. By partnering with USDA and Team Nutrition, little overhead costs will be incurred by KinderCare of Seattle for nutrition education. No training will be necessary for staff at KinderCare Seattle. They will only be responsible for disseminating information in the form of handouts and directing parents to online resources. There will only be a small cost associated with printing out monthly handouts for parents. The center's director will need to allocate more time each month to post and send out monthly team nutrition educational information for parents. However, the time needed to do this monthly task will be minimal. Some additional costs will be incurred for the first year when parents join their child for lunch. The center will need to make accommodations for the extra food being served. However, this small cost will allow for a better teacher-parent-child connection, which is invaluable. Monthly tuition can be eventually adjusted to cover any costs of the parent-child lunch, leaving zero out-of-pocket costs for KinderCare of Seattle. Finally, no food service workers will need to be trained. They'll continue to prepare and serve the same dietitian-approved food and child nutrition program foods. So here's why the policy and programs will be successful. First, evidence-based research showing how nutrition for preschool-age children improves when parents are positive role models. Teachers and staff will support the program since it improves parent-teacher relationship. Also, children may have improved behavior from improved nutrition and positive parental role models. Parents of children looking for a daycare center for their preschool-age child will appreciate the parent-center connection and devotion on nutrition. There are minimal barriers. Utilizing Team Nutrition's free resources keeps costs of nutrition education for parents to a minimum. No additional training of staff will be necessary, and same for the food service workers. Costs associated with additional food served to parents is minimal since the required shared meal will only be once a month and can eventually be offset with increased nutritional cost. Here's a quick summary of why the policy and programs should be put in place at KinderCare of Seattle. First, childhood obesity is not just a low-income issue. Nutrition policies and programs need to target children of all socioeconomic levels. Children develop food behaviors early, which often affect their food choices for their lifetime. Unhealthy children grow up to be unhealthy adults, so early prevention is key. Preschool-age children are highly impressionable, with their parents being a primary influence in their lives. Educating parents on sound nutrition practices for their preschool-age children, as well as the importance of being a good role model, helps set a strong foundation for good nutrition for years to come. All for-profit daycare centers, regardless of parental income, should implement nutrition education to parents. And per Washington State's Child Care License Law for nutrition, this in theory should already be a part of the child care facility's practice. KinderCare of Seattle will partner with Team Nutrition to offer nutrition education program for parents of preschool-age children attending the center, making for easy implementation with minimal barriers. KinderCare of Seattle will advance their own food and nutrition program to include a parent-child lunch once a month, free of cost to the parents. The results will be more educated parents who can teach their children appropriate food behaviors that will set the foundation for a lifetime of healthy food choices, helping prevent obesity in childhood and later in life. Thank you so much for listening to my strategic plan, and here are some references for you. Have a wonderful rest of your day.